At the end of this video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the way things used to be and a couple of misconceptions. But let's get to it and show you how to sharpen an auger bit.
You've got a feeder screw, which is what you need if you're using a bit and brace or something like that. You don't need this type of bit. This is not recommended for drill press or anything. But for hand drill, drilling deep holes, deep beams, you'll screw in there a ways. You'll drill, say, a couple inches, and then you back it up, you pull it out, you clean your chips out of it, you go in again, your cutting knives. Now, these cutting knives, on the edge of this, these are going to come across and they're going to cut a smooth, round hole ahead of the cutting surface. This cutting surface is going to be flat and sharp. These are going to be sharp, and then your screw just needs to bite and assist you to pull the drill bit through, because if you didn't have that screw, you're really going to work hard. This is an auger bit file. On one end, you'll have a filing surface on the wide edge with smooth sides, and the other end is just the opposite. So the filing surface is here. This is smooth. Reason for that, when you initially go to sharpen the drill bit, you're going to use the wide edge of your file on the wide surfaces of your bit to sharpen them and to face it. But while you're doing that, this smooth edge is going to come in contact with your cutting knife over here and your screw over here, and you don't want to be filing those off. So once you're done with your flat surfaces, you're going to dress up your cutting knife on the side of it. Then you can use the portion that has the serrated edge on it to sharpen the interior portion here for your knife. And you want to try to keep both sides even. So if I'm counting, then I come over here and I do this. These little fine files, I just rub them backwards. You want to match your manufacturer's edge, and you know you can't just go straight. You got to have a back rake there. So you file their edge, then you know you've got to have another one. And then if you look, that part right there, here to there, that's the other part you'll sharpen. And you want a sharp file. Time for me to buy some more files, I do believe.
At the very end of this video, I'm going to show you how to reset a auger bit to pretty much a factory edge and a couple of machine shop techniques. And you may need to do that once in a while with your file, and it's best to use a bench vise if you have one. Might be worth sticking around for. Back to the video.
Pretty sharp. Then there we go. We're going to keep filing until this is one single facet all the way across. This is a very, very dull drill bit. All right, so this is a bit and brace.
People would turn these way back when they'd put their hand on them and do this. They had breast drills too that had a plate you could lean into. So these here, open it up. Then you'll take and you'll screw this thing down until it sucks that drill bit in there. And then once that's tight, you'll start drilling. Let's see how we did. There we go. And if you're working on a construction project and you don't have an auger bit file and you're just tossing auger bits, you're wasting your money. And now for the part about the way things used to be. If people think back in the old days that everything's really easy, check this out. So we've got a ratcheting device on this bit and brace. So you could back it out, put it in neutral position. You can't turn it either way. Turn it the other way. Crank, crank, crank. You know, sometimes you'll hear people talk about, oh, way back when. Well, I tell you what, way back when, time was money too. And the fastest way to go fast was have sharp tools so you could cut fast and not have to work so hard. How many times have you been on a job and had a dull drill bit and you're just killing yourself trying to get something to drill through a hole? Or have you ever saw a guy put a drill bit in reverse and try to make a hole? Yeah, saw that. Different story for a different day. But keeping a sharp drill bit is super easy. I've even had a time before where I've only got one drill bit left and sharpen the thing on concrete enough to get that hole through for that mechanical tee. So just a little bit of education there will go a long ways. And as far as these auger bits, you know, you drill a hole or two or three, and the first hint of this thing starting to get a little dull, stop what you're doing, pull the file out of your pocket. Don't have it with another file. Two files will tear one another up. Give it a few strokes, go ahead and drill another hole. So, you know, every 1, 2, 3 holes, just give it a few strokes, keep the thing sharp, and it's just like butter all day long. So if you want to resharpen a drill bit kind of to a factory surface and get that one fine edge, you can take your Sharpie on there and do like so. They used to use a chemical called Dicam bluing in the machine shop. I think they probably still do. And you can take this and you can go across here and you can watch what's happening. And notice you'll be taking it off, and you can keep doing that until all of the color is gone. And then you know you've got a smooth surface, because when you're out working, I mean, it's not going to be perfect. You're going to just lean up against a board or put it against the wall and sharpen it. But you can do that, and you know you've taken it down. And then I feel a little bit of an edge there. And you can do this until it looks perfect in a vise, you know, if you're going to reset something. Then you can take your bit, you can mark it like so. And then you can take your bit and you can go across and reface that surface until it's nice there. And of course a diamond hone, that always helps everything, you know, but this helps you doing this to just get you a nice flat smooth surface. And now you've refaced it. And you can keep going a little bit, or you can stop there, because that right there is really all you need. And then that is really sharp, believe it or not. So there you go. Just match your sides up. And that should help you have an easier day at work, and you can help me by subscribing. Thank you.